What's going on, guys? This is the first entry in the HORRORman's Slashback Slasher Saturday Challenge. Are you ready for a review filled with hockey mask wearing, knife glove wielding, Michael Myers-esque, awesome slasher fun? Well, then you better go watch somebody else's channel, because this isn't one of those films. Today I have the 2004 movie Harvest of Fear, directed by Brad Goodman and starring Carrie Finklay as Stacy Rogers and Ryan Deal as the new doctor intern Billy. Now, I was going through my movies trying to find one that fit today's category. And today's category is party slashers, or a party movie. And it doesn't have to be centered around a party, it just has to have a party in it. So, I'm going through movies because the point of this challenge, one of the big points of this challenge, is to watch new movies we haven't seen before and review them. Well, I'm going through my movies, I'm trying to figure out stuff I haven't watched before and look at my stuff. And I'm going through the movies that Omnis and Esquire sent me. And in the Bloodbath pack of, I think it was 20 movies, there's a movie called Harvest of Fear. And I start reading the subject matter, and it says, based around the Harvest Festival. I'm like, okay, cool. Harvest Festival equals party, right? Logical? Well, let me tell you something. Throughout this whole movie, we never even see the fucking Harvest Festival. There is no Harvest Festival in the movie. It's only talked about. But we do to get two completely other parties. We get your standard college-esque, stonering, drinking, fucking, type of party. And where everybody's just sitting around drinking and talking. And then we get a costume party, which has nothing to do with the other Harvest Festival thing at all. It's just a costume party. But, whatever, we got two parties, so this is the movie we're doing, right? Now, as I said, I'm sorry for that big old build-up. I knew that you guys were looking, alright, we're going to get a great slasher here. Honestly, the slasher is meh. I wish it wasn't, but it's meh. And maybe next time I'll do one that isn't so meh. But, as I said, part of the purpose of this challenge is for us to watch new movies that we've never seen before, and just start getting a different movie and different reviews out there than we normally would have done. It's not all bad. Jumping into the pros, the first pro that I have is that it starts with a killing, and I like that. There's a girl running around for like 5 minutes with her shirt off, and she gets killed, as well as her boyfriend. But who cares? It's the girl with the shirt off that we like. But before that happens, my other big pro is that there is a narrator who tells the story of what happened 20 years prior. So here's the story.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get 'em, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, they wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
This group of murders coincides and is reminding people of a group of murders from 20 years prior, during the Harvest Festival. And that is what we had to work with, folks. My third pro is the whodunit aspect of the film. Throughout this movie, you're wondering who the killer is. Is it the new intern? Is it the doctor that investigated and helped with a probable cover-up of the murders before, just so that they could give the townsfolk a murderer? Is it the family of the person who was accused, who's kind of out there and rednecky? Is it him back from the supposed grave? I believe his name was Wally. Is he back from the dead to do the killings 20 years later? Who is the killer? That is the question we are given the whole time. Is it the stupid ex-boyfriend cop? We don't know, but we're gonna figure it out. Honestly, it's not too hard to figure out. My final pro is breaking the fourth wall. At the end of the movie, our killer, who got away with all the killings, he's talking to somebody on the phone about the killings, And then he goes off and rides off into the sunset, so to speak. But right before he gets in the car, he looks right at the camera and he gives this big cheese-eating grin, breaking that fourth wall, basically saying, I did this shit, I got away with it. That's it for my pros, guys. Starting off with cons. Right at the beginning of the film, the first girl that gets killed in the film, her body is laying in the morgue with nothing on but a pair of lacy green panties, which I thought was really weird. Usually, slabs in the morgue are naked or still fully clothed. Why is she just wearing her panties? Didn't understand that at all. Probably something to do with nudity contracts. She is very, very visibly breathing. Her chest is rising and falling like the tide. I'm telling you, it is so bad. I was like, really? Oh my God, are you kidding? Segueing off of that is our next con, which is the acting of this film. The acting is just atrocious in some points. The ex-boyfriend cop, he is so wooden and so emotionless, even though he's trying to be Mr. Tough Guy Emotion. It's just so terrible. He comes off as a stalker, which is exactly what he is in the movie. But he's not. He's supposed to be playing somebody who comes off as a stalker, but he literally just comes off as an actual stalker. It's not a good acting job. Well, maybe it is if he's trying to portray a stalker, but everything he says, all his dialogue is just delivered so woodenly. It's absolutely terrible. And the acting doesn't get a lot better with most of the other characters. My final con in this movie is the gore. There is none. The blood that they show and the things that they do show is not done well at all. There's a point where our killer, who's wearing a generic looking mask, is stabbing into somebody, and you can tell that it's one of those spring-loaded blades that go, plastic blades that goes up into the handle. And he's stabbing, you're watching, you can see the blade going into the handle, and it looks terrible. The blood that they use is just like, there's a girl who gets her neck slit, and the blood is just smeared across the throat with no visible injury at all. You can see perfectly good, clear skin underneath. And it's just so badly done, I couldn't stand it. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, you think, okay, this movie did only have a $65,000 budget. You think they could have set $1,000 aside to go buy some silly putty to make the wounds look somewhat realistic and a little bit of paint. But no, that's not what we get. Once again, we get meh. That's my theme for the day. Meh. But it wasn't a terrible watch. I didn't feel like I lost out on 2 hours of my life watching it. And I had fun because we're doing something new. I'm really going to enjoy this challenge, I think. HORRORman, I can't wait to see what you got for next week. I haven't watched your video yet, so I don't know. But I can't wait for it. I will be dropping these videos every Saturday for probably the next year. We're going to be doing a slasher movie based off a category that the HORRORman gives. And it sounds like a lot of fun. He asked anybody that wants to join this challenge can do so. I thought it sounded like a blast, so I'm going to do it. We'll see what kind of movies we get. I'm sure some of them will be good, some of them will be bad, and like this one, some of them will just be meh. Anyways, guys, this is BroncoJuggalo saying see you next Saturday with another Slashback Saturday challenge. Peace.
Long about now, I bet that boy wishes he had a parachute.
H-U-double-G-A-L-O